Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French.
And I'm Robinson Miles. Well, to start off, we are learning more about something that we've been keeping a very close eye on for some time now. We now know that taking a trip across the future I-69 bridge will not be free. Today, transportation and finance leaders set the initial toll rates for the bridge, which is expected to open in 2031. Officials say the all-electronic tolling will improve mobility, safety, and flow of traffic. Officials say toll rates will start at $3.14 for passenger vehicles with a prepaid account and transponder.
Yeah, that's right. Now, on the higher end of this, someone who's driving like a large vehicle, semi type of truck without an account or transponder will be expected to pay $18.62. I want to bring that image back up. Here's sort of the breakdown that officials gave us. Officials do say that these toll rates you're seeing here will be adjusted every year to keep up with inflation. Although the bridge is not expected to open until 2031, the tolling won't be in place. It won't be set to begin until 2032. So we've got some time to sort of learn more about this and figure this out, but we're sort of getting our first look into what tolling would be like when it comes time to finally cross that bridge.
Now, looking elsewhere right now, we do have a developing story coming out of DuBois County. Those working at Jasper Rubber will soon have to find a new job. First Brand Group officials say they will be permanently closing the entirety of their Jasper facilities on West First Avenue. According to a company release, they expect the closure to happen on April 30th. Now, First Brands is the company that also owns Champion Labs in Albion, Illinois. Now, as we told you, they shut down their operations there after filing for bankruptcy last month.
Yeah, so our Emma Beck is working on this story now. She has spoken to some people those impacted employees who have now lost their job. She also just got off the phone with Jasper's mayor. She's learning more about the closure itself and what those impacted employees can do moving forward. So she's going to have those details tonight on 14 News.
Now, for our final headline, we're going to be focusing back in Evansville. So, March is International Women's Month, and the Evansville Police Department is opening the door for women who are interested in a law enforcement career. The department is having an informative recruiting event where people can meet female officers on the police force, as well as hear their experiences, ask questions, and learn about a career with the EPD.
That's right. So that event is happening Thursday, March 19th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the CK Newsom Center. If you're interested, officials say you do need to register by March 16th. We're going to be speaking with one of EPD's female police officers today who has really been impactful in the community, just kind of talking to her about what a career in EPD means to her and why others should apply. So, of course, we'll have that tonight on 14 News.
As you might expect, we, of course, have reporters and photographers all over the tri-state, so be sure to circle back for 14 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. But we'll get out of your way. We know why you're here, and that's because the wonderful Arden Gregory is waiting in the wings with all of her glorious knowledge.
Absolutely. We do have an alert day tomorrow, so she's going to have those details and more. So stand by till after the break.
All right, we were having some technical difficulties there, so we couldn't get our video to roll. I hope you enjoyed that view of the Owensboro riverfront there while we switched out and got me mic'd up and all. But let's jump into the forecast now. This is, as I mentioned, a live look at the Owensboro riverfront. We've got mostly cloudy skies, a few peaks of sunshine breaking through there. It is a bit breezy with winds coming in from the south, and that has really warmed us up today. So the rest of today is going to stay mostly cloudy, but mainly dry, breezy, and very warm. Moving forward, tomorrow is a first alert weather day, and then as we go through the rest of the week, we do have more rain and thunderstorm chances, mainly Thursday and again on Saturday. And in between those two, we have a shot at some record warmth with temperatures flirting with 80 on Friday. More on that in just a second, but let's start with this first alert weather day. Wednesday is an alert day for the possibility of some isolated strong to severe storms. The main concern here is that these storms may be capable of producing damaging winds and possibly some hail. Now, we did have rain and a few rumbles of thunder roll through the tri-state earlier this morning. Those pushed off to the northeast pretty early in the day, though, and for most of the day today, the rain has been to our north, and that remains the case right now. It is mostly cloudy but dry across the tri-state. That rain is just to our north, and we will probably stay dry through the rest of this afternoon and evening. Now, as we get into the overnight hours, those scattered rain chances start to pick back up. Then Wednesday morning is when I really think we have our best chance of seeing some heavy rain and thunderstorms, possibly even a strong or severe thunderstorm pushing through the tri-state Wednesday morning. As that rain starts to push off to the east, then we've got lighter, more scattered rain possible through Wednesday afternoon and evening. Then we've got another wave of rain moving through Thursday morning. Again, possibly a few rumbles of thunder in the mix there, along with some soaking rainfall Thursday morning. But by about lunchtime, that rain starts to primarily push off to the east, and we've got lighter, more scattered rain chances then through Thursday afternoon and evening. Friday, there is a chance of rain, but it is pretty isolated. And I think Friday may be a lot like today, where if we get any rain, it'll be in the morning. Then that lifts to our north, and much of the day on Friday is actually trending dry. It will be the warmest day of the entire week, though. As for our thunderstorm chances, we are outlooked for just general run-of-the-mill thunderstorms later tonight. Tomorrow, then, our severe weather threats have been upgraded. Earlier today, they added this level 2 risk here. This used to be down to our southwest. It has been expanded to now include part of the tri-state. So most of us are still at that level 1 risk for an isolated strong to severe storm, but there is that level 2 risk for more scattered severe weather on Wednesday in southeast Illinois, and then that comes kind of right up into Posey and Union counties as well. So the greater risk of severe storms is to the west, but even then it is a fairly isolated chance. Looking at the individual threats then on Wednesday, oh sorry, I forgot, I also had Thursday in here. Thursday then we go back to that general risk. So even though there is a chance of soaking rain and thunderstorms Thursday morning, again, it doesn't look like those storms would be severe. Wednesday is the focus for any chance of severe weather. So here's a look at the individual threats. We're going to go one by one here. There is about a 5% chance of flooding, wind, and hail. There's about a 2% risk of tornadoes. So anything is possible tomorrow morning. I wouldn't rule out a brief tornado or maybe some isolated kind of localized flooding issues. Some of this rain Wednesday morning will be pretty heavy. So as it's coming down, you may have some brief flooding issues, but it's not something that would last throughout the day. So just be briefly while it's raining. It may be raining harder, then it can run off the roads into the drains and ditches. So maybe some isolated flooding. Wouldn't rule out a brief tornado, but the chances of that are low. The main concern is that these storms may be capable of producing some damaging winds and some hail. So those are the primary threats with any storms we see Wednesday morning, is gusty winds and some hail, but heavy rain and flooding or even an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. And again, this would be mainly Wednesday morning. We've got another round of rain Thursday morning, but it looks like those, while they may have some thunderstorms, won't be severe storms. It'll just be some soaking rainfall again Thursday morning. Friday trending mostly dry, very isolated chance of rain Friday. Soaking rain again on Saturday as a cold front moves through the tri-state. It's possible we could see some stronger storms then as well. Mostly dry then Sunday, Monday with maybe just an isolated shower, and then our rain chances pick back up again as we head toward the middle of next week. In total, over the next 7 days, it does seem as though the heavier rain is probably going to stay to our north and to our west, but we are kind of right on the edge there where we could see some of that heavier rainfall here locally, especially Wednesday morning and again Thursday morning, then one more time on Saturday. So Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and Saturday are our primary chances for heavy rain and thunderstorms. With that, over the next few days, many of us are going to pick up another 2 to 3 inches of rain, and up to 4 inches of rain is possible, especially on the northern end of the tri-state. Like I said, that will be spread across several days, so I don't think we'll see any widespread flooding issues, but while those storms are moving through, you may deal with some brief flooding in low-lying and poorly drained areas. We need the rain. It was the 5th driest February on record. Some of us are dealing with some drought conditions right now, so we could use some rainfall. We've already had some rain this week, but we've got still plenty more on the way over the next few days. Let's talk temperatures because it is incredibly warm out there right now. We started the day in the upper 30s to low 40s. Then this warm front pushed through right around the middle of the day, and you could really just see that warm air spreading across the tri-state. It's 75 right now in Madisonville and Henderson. Evansville sitting at 71. A little farther north, that warm air still reaching you. 63 in Fairfield, 64 in Mount Carmel. And again, all of this is from this warm air flowing in from the southwest. We have this breeze pushing in around 6 to 12 miles an hour for most of us, but we've had some more like 15 to 18 miles an hour. So it is a bit breezy, but that wind from the south is what's pushing our temperatures into those 70s this afternoon. It's going to be mostly cloudy and breezy, but mainly dry and very warm through the rest of this evening. So if you want to get outside for a little bit, you certainly can. The rain chances pick back up overnight tonight as temperatures drop back into the mid to upper 50s. Then tomorrow we are on alert for that chance of thunderstorms, mainly in the morning. We may see some strong or even severe storms with heavy rain, gusty winds, some hail, even an isolated tornado can't be ruled out, but our tornado threat is very low. Temperatures will top out in the lower 70s tomorrow, and then on Thursday we're looking in the upper 60s to near 70 again. So still running about 20 degrees warmer than average today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Our normal highs this time of year would be in the low 50s. Friday is really the standout day for temperatures. Friday, I think, will probably set a new record. The current record high for Friday is 77 degrees. I'm going with a forecast of 79. It would not shock me if some people even hit the 80s on Friday. So it will be very warm on Friday. Again, there's an isolated chance of rain mainly in the morning. Then a lot of that rain just kind of lifts to our north. I think most of the day on Friday may end up being dry with very warm temperatures. Then we've got a cold front moving through Saturday, kind of a stalled out front there. It will cool us off some, and it brings us another chance of storms, maybe even a few strong ones on Saturday. That cool down does not do much. We only drop back into the mid to upper 60s on Sunday. Then we start to warm back up again as we head toward the start of next week. And I do think we'll have another cold front moving through maybe Wednesday of next week. This far out, the exact timing is still a little fuzzy, but I'm thinking maybe Wednesday of next week. And I think that one will kind of bring us back to reality and bring our temperatures back to normal as we get into the second half of next week. So still running well above average through the next 7 days. Then in the extended outlook, like I said, we've got a cold front moving through Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime of next week, bringing us another chance of storms, but then ushering in some cooler air. So in the extended outlook from Wednesday, March 11th through next weekend, we do see that warm air starting to push off to the south, and our temperatures kind of returning to normal for this time of year, seeing more of those highs highs in the 50s. We still have a chance of above average precipitation, but again, that heavier rain does start to push more to the east by the middle of next week. In the hazard outlook, we are still outlooked for potential for heavy rain, and then behind that, if you can see, that tan shade there is also sitting behind the green color there. So we're outlooked for both heavy rain and gusty winds as we get through the middle of next week as well. So that's something else we will be watching. Let me check in on the comments here. Good afternoon, Jeanette, Laura. Jeanette asking about if the rain could help stabilize severe weather. The thing is, Laura, we're expecting the severe weather in the morning. Sometimes if you have multiple rounds of rain, which I think may be what you're referencing, we'll have like rain in the morning, and that kind of saps the energy out of the atmosphere, and it kills our storm chances for later that afternoon. If we see any severe weather tomorrow, it will most likely be in the morning. So I don't think we're really at risk of that rain kind of canceling out the storm chances, because that rain is the storm chances, if that makes sense. I do think oftentimes our thunderstorm threats are later in the afternoon or evening, but both tomorrow and Thursday, those thunderstorm chances are mainly in the morning. So I think if we were to see any severe weather tomorrow, it would be in the morning hours, probably sometime between maybe 5 and 9 a.m. would be our best chance. Then we've got another chance of storms Thursday morning as well. Those look like they'll probably be non-severe though. Good afternoon, Jenny, Helen, thank you for watching. Hi, Carolyn. Carolyn's asking about some specific locations. Let me loop back around to the modeling to show you kind of what it might look like tomorrow morning. And then let me see, we've got one other questions here. Zach asking if it's going to be a total washout the next few days. I think both Wednesday and Thursday, the morning will be very rainy, and then the afternoon will have much more isolated rain chances. So for many of us, the second half of the day, Wednesday, Thursday, will be mainly dry. Friday, I think most of the day will be dry. We've got that 30% chance of rain, but that's just an isolated rain chance Friday morning. Then that rain lifts to the north, and I really think most of the day on Friday will be dry. Saturday may be a bit of a washout. Looks like that rain's probably going to move through right in the middle of the day, so a good chunk of the day may end up being rainy on Friday, but it's only Tuesday, so that the timing on that one could still change some. And then once that moves through, Sunday and Monday are trending drier than they initially were. So it does seem like while we do still have a lot of rain chances this week, it's starting to come into focus sort of when those rain chances will be more focused. So mainly Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and then middle of the day on Friday. We may get a stray shower here or there in between, but I do think we'll have mainly dry time outside of those windows. All right, let me, for Carolyn here, let me pull up this timing again just to kind of show you, asking about specific locations. I do think everyone will get this rain tomorrow. So mainly dry through the day today. Those rain chances start to pick back up overnight. Then by tomorrow morning, that's when we see this chance of thunderstorms pushing through. And it is going to move kind of from northwest to southeast. So I think everyone gets rain tomorrow morning. So everyone will probably see rain tomorrow morning. Doesn't mean everyone will see severe weather, but any of those storms could potentially become severe. So everyone's going to get rain, and it's possible one or two locations may even get some severe weather as well. Then that rain kind of tapers off and becomes lighter and more scattered by lunchtime on Wednesday, and Wednesday afternoon and evening are trending a little drier. Still a chance we could get a little rain, but it'll be more spotty, so many of us will have a dry window there in the second half of the day. Rain chances then pick back up overnight and into Thursday morning. Again on Thursday, everyone probably going to see some rain. I don't think we'll have severe weather Thursday, but we may get some pockets of heavy rain and a few rumbles of thunder. Soaking rainfall Thursday morning, but then again, by about lunchtime, those rain chances kind of taper off, and the second half of the day Thursday and into Friday is trending mostly dry. As for our severe weather threats, those are focused mainly on Wednesday morning warning right now. This is the severe risk. So most of us sitting at that level 1 risk for an isolated strong to severe storm. That does include Hauptstadt and Darmstadt, the 2 places you were asking about, Carolyn. And then as you get farther west, mainly into Illinois, there is that level 2 out of 5 risk. But both of those mean that we are not expecting widespread severe weather from this. Our storm chances, while the rain chances are widespread, the severe storm chances are much more isolated. So again, everyone will get rain. Within that rain, an isolated strong to severe storm certainly possible. Damaging winds and hail are the main threats, but some isolated flooding or even a brief tornado can't be ruled out. So just make sure that you are up and paying attention to the weather tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Byron Douglas will be here tracking these storms and making sure that everybody is staying aware and staying alert and staying safe. We then have more rain Thursday, probably no severe storms though, and then Friday, record warmth. I mean, up near 80 on Friday. Then with that warm air in place, it's possible we could see some strong storms on Saturday again as a cold front comes through and kind of cools us back down into the 60s and 70s this weekend and into the start of next week. Again, I would also watch middle of next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in that window. Too far out to tell for sure. This is still a whole week away. But Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, it does seem like we'll warm up again. Have another cold front pass through, maybe bringing us another chance of strong to severe storms. And behind that, I think we'll finally break free from this kind of warm, wet pattern that we've been in this whole week. So I think by second half of next week, we may see more of a return to typical March temperatures, highs in the 50s, not so much rain and thunderstorms anymore. So I hope that answered everyone's questions. You're welcome, Jeanette. I'm not seeing any other questions in the comments, so I'm going to wrap this up. But Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons will have an updated look at your forecast on 14 News tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10, and on another streaming show tonight at 9. So if you do have any more questions, tune back in at 9, and Jeff will try to answer those for you then. All right? Everybody have a great rest of your day.